I know y'all can hear
Can they?
Russ. We got chilling here in the background. About to start
Yo,
off season two. We got
play
Anna
my theme
Horford here.
music, bro.
I can hear you, Resto.
You
Where's
hear
it?
me?
I
I
don't
want
know
them
where
to
the theme music is. I
play
don't
my
know.
theme music.
We gotta play the theme music.
Yeah,
We gotta.
you know who it is. It's your boy, DJ on the corner of County and and this is hashtag Celtics Nation. CJ Resto.
Hey yo, it's CJ Resto, CJ Resto, yeah, it's CJ Resto, CJ Resto. He said it's CJ Resto, who? CJ Resto. Hey yo, it's CJ Resto. Hey yo, it's CJ Resto. Yo, CJ Resto. Hey yo, it's CJ Resto. He said it's CJ Resto, who? CJ Resto.
Oh, we are back for season two of CJ and Resto. What's up,
That
Resto?
feels so good. What's good, CJ? I ain't seen you in a
What's
minute, brother.
good?
What's
What's
good?
good? But before I didn't want to say how good I am. We have an honored guest with us today. We have the one and only Twitter queen of Celtics, Anna Horford. If you don't see her down, welcome, Anna. How are you?
Hi guys, I'm so good. Yeah, I'm happy to be back and speaking with you again. So thank you for having me on.
Nah, we are super excited. We're ready to get the season, and we fed the perfect person to start season two would be you. So we definitely just want to get it going. And if you guys don't know, she is residing in Michigan. She said it was pretty cold today off here. She said it was like
boo for Michigan, bro.
Why are you gonna boo Michigan? You can't just
we don't like
Michigan.
The Pistons. We're not supposed to like Michigan, right?
Okay, all right, yeah.
Shout out Eminem, I guess.
All right. So we have a little Q&A session for you, Anna. I really hope that's okay.
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. I'm gonna let Resto take this first question to you, Anna.
So if anybody knows anything about Anna Horford, she had a fantastic podcast that you can get pretty much anywhere, right? I was listening on Spotify. It's called The Horford Happy Hour, right? And I ran down the topics. The one that caught me the most was, I think it was episode 4, and you were speaking to Nick. And Nick had said something that caught me dead in my tracks. He said, where I'm from, I'm known as Nick the restaurant guy. But when I went to Boston, I became Nick the media guy. And I was like, wow, it's a trippy thing because I felt like he had a label that he had put on himself or that he had earned. And then he went to Boston and earned something completely different. It resonated with me because in my short life of 34 years, I've had to do that where I've had to switch the labels so many times. Maybe even in a day, I'd had to switch the labels. And it made me think of what experiences have you had with the labels that you have placed on yourself or others have placed on you?
Yeah, I really try not to put labels on myself because I feel like they're really limiting. And like if you're constantly growing and changing, I don't know if like placing labels on yourself is like the smartest thing to do. So I try not to do it for myself and also like plenty of people do it for me. Just trying to like assume that they know who I am or like so I think I get like the label of just being like the obnoxious like loud sister of like a professional sports star and like yeah sure like I'm sure to people outside the Celtics fan base particularly like I probably am annoying but I also like don't care. So yeah,
that's what I'm talking about. Don't care. Why would you? I think I'm filtered.
I have a particularly weird relationship with labels. Like today, we're doing the podcast, right? So we're podcasters, and that label is placed on us. Later on today, around 7:30, I have a show. I'm performing, so I think the label of performer comes on then, as much as right now as well. But I think that with me, it's both sides. I find them to be very annoying because the label of rapper closes so many doors for me in the arts and culture community, right? It's a very understanding community I live in. But when somebody labels me a rapper, I usually just roll my eyes and I'm like, fam, I do so much more. Like, how could you? It's where I started. It's my first discipline. But with that said, it's such a limiting label.
Hell
But
yeah, man.
I do think that with me personally, placing certain labels upon myself helps me organize where I'm going right now and what I'm supposed to be doing, what mode I'm supposed to be in. Because I can't be in the same mode all day long. Different objectives, different projects, different energies, I guess. But with that said, I do agree with you. I just thought Nick made me think of this ideal of, yeah, I've placed a certain label upon myself and I've limited myself to this certain box, because if you're a restaurant owner, where does the media come in? And how he made that transition was one of those things that makes you realize that stripping the labels off really allows you to become more.
Right.
But at the same time, for me, it's an organizational thing. It's in my toolbox. I'll slap a label on myself to know that this is where I'm at today. But I do agree with you.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
So how often do you do happy hour? I'm curious now.
Well, I haven't done it actually.
Need some
Like,
time,
I've
right?
taken the longest break. I just like after COVID and stuff, things were just, I was just like emotionally and like mentally drained.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people were just tired.
Yeah,
So,
man.
and then also, we did like our family got approached by doing like maybe a potential like reality series at one point, so we kind of had to put the podcast on the back burner because of that. And so yeah, a ton of things happened. I've taken a huge break. I think I'll probably, if I come back, it'll probably be for one more season, and then I'll kind of switch things up. So I'll definitely keep everyone posted on that.
Please do, because I'll join your podcast just to come on there.
Amazing.
It's very well done, if I will say that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's very well done. I listened to all the episodes, all of them, including the one before that one, which was a little bit controversial of a topic. But I mean, it wasn't controversial to me, but I could see how episode 3 must have been an eyebrow raiser. That was good.
All right. So next question. So Resto is actually, as you just said, Resto is I don't care if I'm gonna call him a labor. He is a phenomenal rapper and musician.
Thank you.
We are very curious to know what's on your playlist. Who's on your playlist and what is on your playlist right now?
Every time I brought this question up to the team, I was like, if she doesn't say she has Miguel on her playlist, I think she's a liar, bro.
Yeah, right.
Oh my gosh, my little sister Maria loves Miguel.
Oh, see, so
and I do like Miguel as well.
Yeah.
But like I listen to a lot of like indie alternative kind of stuff. It's fall, so I've got like Bonnie there and stuff going.
Okay.
But also like right before this, I was listening to the new like Cardi and Meg the Stallion song, Bongos.
Okay.
And that song just makes me want to drink. Like it's Saturday. Like
you still listen. We didn't forget too. We didn't forget. You said, well, because we didn't make it where we need to be.
No,
you also drank.
Oh, a drink?
Yep, you also drank.
Yeah, apparently.
Oh yeah.
But we got to get to the
gosh,
final.
Yes. Oh, I totally forgot about that. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean,
This season's gonna happen for real. This is absolutely. This is a different season. So you said Bongos is in you were just listening to Bongos.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What else is on your playlist?
I've got, like I said, Bonnie Bear. I would listen to a lot of like the National. These are like indie bands. So
Right.
you know, with fall, it's like you just kind of get into like that vibe where you just want to listen to like super chill music and stuff. So but I'm always listening to like, I love strong, powerful women. So like Cardi, Meg, Beyonce, like obviously.
Are you a fall person?
Yeah, absolutely. I love like the fashion that you can like have fun with in fall.
Layers.
Layers.
I understand completely.
Yeah, you can have so much fun with it. So of course, fall's amazing.
All right.
CJ, what's on your playlist right now, CJ?
All right, so I did like everyone else. I did listen to the Drake album just because I wanted to hear the J. Cole verse. I really didn't care. I'm not a huge Drake. I'm like a
I heard it
Drake.
was bad. Was bad.
So
I'm gonna give my perspective in a second.
I agree. Okay. I agree with Joe Budden. Okay, because Joe Budden said I miss the Drake that was like getting other rappers on there and wasn't messing with the youth. I miss mixtape Drake. That's the Drake I like. Yeah. I only really listened to it because I am a huge J. Cole fan, and I knew he had a feature on there. So I was like, let me just listen to it. So that's on my playlist. What's home dude's name? That what is his name? My God, Nas, Jesus, like I didn't forget one of the goats of all time. Oh my God, sorry, Nas, Magic 3,
Jeez.
and my daughter's got me on this dude, Sam Lewis. My daughter, she's like my heart. She got me on Sam Lewis. My daughter is a 10-year-old who plays the piano, so I make her listen to like key music, like different music that's not really out there. Like
Word.
I have listened to like all Michael Jackson music. She listens to James Brown. She listens to the Temptations. She listens to Alicia
Beautiful.
Keys, stuff like
Amazing.
that. So that's what she's into. Sam Lewis right now. So I'm like, all right, I'll just see what he's.
I gotta
what
peep
he's
Sam
doing.
Lewis. I'm gonna add it on.
What about you,
some-
Resto? What about you, Resto? What's on your
I got Drake. I got Drake on my because it's huge, right? It was a big deal.
yeah?
And then
Big
I
deal,
heard he
man.
was being real snooty to certain people on it, so I wanted to hear what lines I could reference. I liked the first song, Virginia Beach. I thought that
Virginia
was
Beach is hard.
Yeah,
Pause.
okay. The Drake Cole song was the J. Cole song was bro. J. Cole song was fire. First person shooter was good.
First person shooter, yeah.
It goes like one great song, two or three really mediocre songs, and it's like Daylight, and Daylight's like, are you 35 talking about people? I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
I will say, I will say this. Sonically, it's not what I expected. The song with Bad Bunny is not my joint. It's not what I expected. There are still gems on there that are like heaters that I play in my car extra loud when the kids aren't there because those are the most toxic records I could play. I swear he was on some pettiness on this album real bad, and I love it.
A little bit.
Not as
bro.
much as like Scorpion. Scorpion was so good, but outside of that, I've been playing like 90s hip hop like a MF, and I don't even like going down that road anymore. But I saw recently this YouTube video on how 90s beat, like some of these beats from the 90s were produced. So like Premier and Havoc from Mobb Deep, how they made the beats physically. And it forced me to go back to listen to the records to see how I can conceptualize, like, yo, that's ridiculous. And so I've been listening to like Gangstar and Mobb Deep. And I'm telling you, I'm so modern with my listening of music. I love pop music. So it's usually like, I'm a Swiftie. I'm a closet Swiftie. So I've been listening to her too. Yeah, I'm a closet.
I feel like all her songs sound the same.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I don't think that.
And I know people love her, and I have nothing against her. As long as people aren't like trying to compare her to like Beyonce and stuff. But,
yeah,
like,
I don't like that.
No, that's too separate.
And I get that she makes people happy, and her music's like really fun, but like it is just the most like vanilla like white girl stuff.
Listen, let me be real with you.
I'm a closet Swiftie.
I'm happy you said that
don't come after
because
me.
I always say like Taylor Swift is to white people as Beyonce is to black people.
Yeah, kinda.
That's just what it is. That's just that's just what it is. I can't. I
outside
can't.
of Swiftie, I think Miguel like crazy. I play Miguel all day. Like I love Miguel.
Did y'all see him? Did y'all see him all like with the hooks in his back?
Where?
No.
Yo, so Miguel put these long hooks in his back, like
meat hooks.
Yeah, and was suspended in the air so that he can. He was basically trying to show, like, you know, he was singing his new songs or new albums like Visceral or something like that. Really? And Homeboy was out there hanging and singing. Now, again, don't know what type of drugs you need to be on to do that.
Strong ones.
I don't know, but I ain't doing that shit. I'm not selling no albums like that. That's just not my thing.
You know, his music has been popping up a lot lately on the radio, like Adorn and like Simple Things have been playing. And Sure Thing, yeah. And I'm like, why is this playing so much lately? I love this song, but it's like twice a day I bump into it. And it's a song from like 10 years ago. And I'm like, he better be getting ready to release an album. I'm happy he had meat hooks in his back because, geez, his songs play all day.
I just kind of like, I know I'm not the only one, but I sing Sure Thing when I'm in the car. I'm like, treat you like a friend, treat you like a lover.
I don't know. I'm not going to do it to you. Yeah, no.
Don't pursue me right now. All right. You guys are lucky we don't got the trash button working, right? All right. So the next question we got for you, now that we know what's on your playlist. So the last 3 years obviously was COVID. So the last 3 years was COVID. Now, the next 3 years, COVID's obviously gone. We want to know, how do you envision your life for the next 3 years?
But really, it was more like the last 3 years we got riddled with COVID. If everything goes perfect for the next 3 years, what does Anna Horford's life look like in the next 3 years? If everything goes, and it's idealistic and not realistic, but idealistically speaking, if everything goes perfect for you, what do you think your life looks like?
So I'm writing a book right now, and it's like a fictional series, kind of Game of Thronesy, except
Ooh.
it has Black people in it. So, you know,
Word.
so
Yeah.
if things go
Word.
perfectly, my book hopefully in the next couple of years will get published. I still probably have another year of writing ahead of me. So I would love that. Another thing is just traveling like as much as I can. I love to experience, you know, other cultures, and I'd love to go to Africa. I'd love to go to Thailand, spend some more time in Europe. My husband is from England, so we'll
Okay.
probably be out there quite a bit. But yeah, just traveling and writing. I think that's like ideal for me.
Oh, we peeped you was out in Europe, this summer. We peeped it.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
We peeped that's pretty dope. Wait, so to go back, you said, so are you a Game of Thrones person? Is this what you're saying?
Oh, absolutely.
Yo, you
And this
you
is
watch House
where
of Dragon?
I'm gonna
The
separate
what?
myself. I'm not the Swifty here in this one.
I'm a dragon. You watch, please say you watched House of Dragon.
Oh my gosh, absolutely.
Resto, you need to get on that, bro. Resto, you gotta
Oh,
get
it
on.
is
You gotta get on, bro.
so good. I'm such a
No,
nerd when
thank
it
you.
comes to
I can't
Game of
sit still.
Thrones and
Yeah.
House of the Dragon. Yeah.
The
Did you,
Celtics are lucky I love them because I can't sit still for more than 15 minutes.
Oh,
to
you know
watch
what,
them.
Anna? I'm gonna send you what's called King of the North. I did this.
Okay.
I don't. It's probably not up here, but I did an edit for the Warriors versus the Celtics in the finals, where I used the Game of Thrones in the background.
Amazing.
I'm gonna send it to you because now that I know, I'm gonna tweet that to you because now that I know that you're a Game of Thrones person, so we respect it.
Yeah,
Are we
yeah. I
still
remember
calling it tweeting?
when we had IT on the team, it was like King in the Fourth,
Yeah, King of
Yes.
the Fourth. King
and
of the
like
Fourth.
those memes were going around. I thought that was so dope. So
Mhm.
yeah, definitely send it my way for sure.
Who's your character? Now I gotta know. Who's your
Oh
character.
my
Man,
gosh.
this is
Sorry.
That
This is my
that is
Swifty
a tough
moment.
question. I mean, if we're talking Game of Thrones, I'm a huge Daenerys fan. And you know, the books haven't been finished, so it's not going to end the same way that the show did, thank God, because she's too badass to go out like that.
Yeah, she kind of John just murked her without even like you just stabbed her in the throat.
Yeah.
You just stabbed her up. You just
Yeah,
stabbed her
and
up.
then House of the Dragon, definitely Daemon, because he's just a badass, and
Yeah,
Rhaenyra.
Rhaenyra.
Team Black all the way. Team
Yeah,
Black.
yeah,
You know.
yeah. All right.
So yeah.
Now that I know. All right, next one. This is a good one. Resto, you can do this one. This is a good one.
Oh, seriously, these are my two most annoying people on Facebook to interact with, and out of the thousands of people that follow me, these people follow me pretty much the most. Heat fans, Sixers fans, Anna Horford, which ones are more annoying?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
And
So
why?
I feel like Heat fans being annoying towards like me and the Celtics like is kind of a new thing. The Philly thing has been happening for years, and it's happening like it consistently happens on like a much higher level. Their fans are absolutely unhinged, and I think that like even like Philly knows it. Like I think the players know it. I think the organization knows it. I definitely Philly fans are more annoying. They're more rude. They're more unhinged. I think I saw an article yesterday about like the Phillies baseball team. They were like treating the opposing family like the fans were treating them terribly, and I was like, oh, it's across all sports. Then it's just a trash city.
Okay.
Like, okay,
Cool.
so yeah, definitely Philly.
I actually agree. The crazy part is I went to Philly for work, and I had never been to Philadelphia, but when I flew into Philly, I knew something was wrong automatically as soon as I got off the flight. I was like, this is not it. This is not where I need to be right now.
Bad vibes.
It's just it's a bad vibe.
They're like so salty and like just bad vibes.
I'm sorry, the cheesesteak ain't that good either. I'm gonna say
It's
it.
not.
I think it's amplified by the fact that Al went there. They didn't like. Well, I mean, they didn't play him right, so they didn't get what they liked out of him. Then he went off to flourish everywhere else, like he always has throughout his career. Philadelphia is the one place that fumbled Al Horford.
Yeah, because they have no idea what they're doing.
Facts.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
They went through that whole process thing and they haven't even got anything out of it. Like the Celtics didn't need to tank to do that. And it's just so sad. I keep thinking about the process and I'm like, boy, but those Heat fans are just, I think they're just as bad. Anybody who's making excuses for Jimmy Butler's hair at this rate is funny.
Oh,
They're like, bro, I'm bald, so I shouldn't really be saying much. I sound like I'm hating.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, okay, so anybody that keeps telling me he's trolling is trolling because that man is very clearly losing bets with somebody who he keeps telling, I'm going to win an NBA championship this year. Like, I bet you won't. And if you don't, you got to go with some like DT braids to the press conference. You got to go with like braids down to your butt, Jimmy. And he's like, all right, fine, watch, bet. Last year that happened. This year somebody was like, you lost again. You owe me an emo haircut.
Nah, man, not to say, but like his hair is as straight as Anna's right now. Like Anna, your hair is as straight as Jimmy's.
Yeah, he looked like. Can I talk to the manager so bad? He looked like. Can I talk to the manager?
Yeah, with the short.
I will say.
Emotional damage.
Yeah.
I will say that his outfit, the outfit that man wore, to the press conference was fire. I'll give him that. But the hair. And especially how you have to move it out of it, you look like a pimp named Slipback. Like
that actually, you know what though? That's a good that's a good transition though, because our next question is, who was the best dressed Celtic in your opinion?
Oh,
I think it's probably Jason because I like the fact that he takes risks. Like he doesn't just like play it safe and I will be the first one to say like Al plays it so safe with his fashion. Like he just, I'm pretty sure like Amelia just like, tells him like what to throw on and like styles him and stuff, which like of course that's so nice to have and he always looks really nice, but obviously he's not taking like fashion risks and I love that Jason does. He plays around with different colors and different styles and vibes. So I would probably say, Tatum.
All right. You're not going to say Jaylen Brown when he had that blue sweater on? I don't even have a picture of that. It was like a blue fur.
Jaylen does take some risks as well, but I think JT's got it locked down.
All right.
He's a close second. JT, didn't he rock like a pinkish fur last year or something?
Yeah, it was like
boy, real Cameron of him. Real Cameron at the Rockefeller of him. I love it. I agree. I think it's JT. I'm big into fashion. Like I'm mulling over what I'm wearing tonight for the performance like 1,000 times over. And anytime I see Jason Tatum walk into the stadium, I'm like, look at this man knows what he looks like. He knows what he looks like on it. That man is a handsome man. His fashion is fantastic. And of course, I'm bald, so I'm jealous of the hair too.
All right. Next question. How many games do you think you might attend this year, if any?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be at games since I live in Michigan. I don't get out there as much as I want to, but I try to fly out to Boston at least once a month. And then I'll go to the games like around where I am. So like Detroit, Chicago, sometimes Milwaukee. So yeah, definitely gonna try to be at TV at least once a month, but of course I follow along with all of them anyway.
Cool. Let us know when you're coming, man.
Yeah,
that would be awesome.
CJ, how many games are you planning on going to this year?
Me, at least 4.
I ducked out, bro. The drive from where I'm at is an hour.
I'm gonna come pick you up, Resto.
Please do, because that driving out of the parking lot. I don't know if people know this. If you leave the Garden at the end of a game and you park somewhere near the Garden, leaving the parking is going to take you an hour.
Oh, it takes a grip.
And then driving home for me is an hour. And then I had to wake up the next morning and deal with the children that I got to deal with. You got it right, Anna. You got it right.
Yeah, and it was like,
Don't let them play you.
The kid thing, it adds time to everything. But I've actually never left the Garden right after a game. Like I'm usually waiting for Al.
He's trying to chill.
So I've never experienced the traffic, but the traffic in Boston is hell. So I can't even imagine.
It's bad.
Listen, I'm such a diehard fan that leaving early is like a sin, right?
Yeah.
Like,
you can't leave.
It's vital. What? Yes, I'm leaving. If it's 5 minutes left, I always check around 5 minutes. I'm like, what's the score? Is there a comeback? Is there overtime?
Listen, I stayed.
Blowing out the Wizards by 25 in the fourth. Hell no. Hey, Poppy, let's go. Let's get out of here. We're leaving right now. I'm out.
You know the day that LeBron dropped like in the playoffs and dropped like 50? I was in the building that game,
Mhm.
and I had to stay. Like I just was like, all right, I'm here. I can't leave. He just dropped
Yeah.
50. I couldn't
I
leave.
went to a playoff game where LeBron put up a 40-point triple double in the conference finals. It was the first
He
year
was
Kyrie
retarded.
was there. Yo, he dropped 40 in game 2 in the conference finals, and I did the same thing. I had to sit there and wait till the end of the game
Yeah,
because it
you
was
just
like down to the wire. And we got caught in that traffic, and that's where I was like, "Damn, I'm never
he's like never
doing
again.
this again." My knees hurt so much the next morning. I was in my late 20s. Should be no reason for
Why
my
you
knees to be hurting.
why are you dating yourself like that, bro? You're not that
It's
old, bro.
what it
You like your
was.
knees hurt?
Yes, it hurt.
I don't want to
That's
hear
why I'm
that.
not going. That's why I'm not going nowhere near that right now. The Celtics
Keep
better set
going.
me up with some luxury something or something for me to go because I'm tired already.
So Anna, obviously, we know that you're obviously Dominican, and obviously with Hispanic Heritage Month this month, are you doing or have you done anything special for it?
I haven't really done anything. I think the way that like I like to celebrate is going to my dad's, and he's a really good cook. So like he makes, bomb Dominican food. And I think that's the way that we celebrate is we just eat really good Dominican food. So
That's dope.
so yeah, so that's how we're gonna celebrate.
How is your father?
Yeah, he's good. You guys will see him at a ton of games. He's also like, speaking of that Boston traffic, he leaves like 5 hours before because he's always scared like he's gonna be late, and he gets there so early because
Really?
traffic is
Yeah,
just
traffic.
so
The traffic is
bad.
not. The last game I went to, we left like 2 hours before the game started, and that was a freaking mistake because we got there. We got there with 6 minutes left in the first quarter. And
It's
again, it was
crazy.
the Wizards. It was the Wizards, so we didn't care. But with that said, yeah, your daddy got the right plans, yo.
Fact. All right. So obviously, Jaylen Brown signs the biggest contract in NBA history. We'd be curious to know your thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, good for him, number one. But
Yeah.
I think that it just kind of is also going to be so much pressure for him because when you're receiving these massive contracts, it's something that you really have to find a way to live up to, which I think that he'll definitely be able to do. But I do think it is a lot of pressure for these guys, to have to live up to that. I mean, it's a lot of money. I think NBA players probably make too much money, honestly. And that's just, the leftist in me speaking. But like, yeah. So
you said the left in me speaking. Is that what you said?
the leftist, like politically, so yeah, no, but I mean, good for him. I think it's great, and I think he's gonna do a lot of good with the money as well. Jaylen's involved in a lot of like community projects and stuff, so I think that's gonna be good for a lot of people, and it's gonna be pressure on him for sure.
All right. Jason Tatum has expressed, says he wants to be one of the greatest Celtics alongside Bill and Bird. Where do you think he'll actually rank of all time?
Oh, that's a good question.
I think, it's hard to answer, but I think it depends, on when we get that championship this year. But
this year, yeah.
He's got to be a title winner, to be up there. And I think the biggest thing for our guys is like, it's not even a talent thing. It's the whole mental component.
Thing, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you see the way that like guys kind of struggle in the playoffs, and when you get to that huge stage, I think sometimes you get overwhelmed by all of the outside stuff that you just forget to play your game. And so I think hopefully these last couple seasons have really hardened the guys mentally, and that they'll be able to come through with a title, and then of course Jason's going to be up there. He's amazing.
Yeah, I agree.
They need to stay healthy. They need to stay
healthy.
That's the only thing. Oh wow!
Look at that!
Before you answer that, I don't even think they got a mental block on it anymore. We got robbed because the first drive of the game in Game 7 of the conference finals, Tatum tweaked that ankle bad.
Yeah,
it was bad. Right? Okay.
Yeah.
He might go back to the finals. We had a great season. I don't think it's in the finals the year before. Tatum, like everybody else, had suffered an injury that he kept quiet. and played through it.
Yeah.
And it hurt the team. Not his fault. I mean, it's just a decision made. With that said, if they stay healthy, I think everybody on that team is hardened as F to go through this again. I think that they're all stable enough if they stay healthy. But
I would say the one other thing though is that something that Jason hasn't really grown out of that I would love to see him kind of be a little bit better at is like he allows referee calls to impact like his next play sometimes. And it's like you gotta stop reacting. Like just focus on the next play. I know Al's like constantly on the guys about that stuff. Like you rarely see Al get into it with the refs because once the call is made, they're not changing their minds.
They're not going to change
it. So like I would love to see our guys really lock in and just brush those calls off and just focus on the next play. Because I think that's how you grow. That's how you grow as a player. That's how you grow as a team. So I'd really love to see that this season.
So I'm assuming that we're going to win a chip. We already got that answer. Cool.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So this is one of my favorite things to ask people because I feel like I know we want to wrap up because we only have you for so much time. This is one of my favorite things to ask people. So if this is your last meal ever, okay, I'm going to give you a bunch of things. You get a starter drink, an appetizer, and for your main course with 2 sides, a dessert, and a final drink. So for myself, I would start off with a Crown Royal apple and cranberry juice. An appetizer would be my wife's empanadillas because my wife makes the best empanadillas ever. I hope she's seeing this shit because she knows it's the truth. She makes the best one. My dinner would be a steak, medium, my grandmother's macaroni and cheese, and just some asparagus. And for dessert, I would have strawberry shortcake from the Cheesecake Factory because they make the best one. And my final drink of my life would be a coffee, sweet and light. What about you, Anna? What would you have?
Yeah, I think I'd start out with like a really nice light champagne for like my first drink, appetizer, maybe like some truffle fries or something like rich but not too much. Meal, I love like a perfectly like cooked filet, like filet mignon, and maybe some whipped mash with that and like some veggies, and then round it out with some tiramisu for dessert and end it with like a bold Cabernet, like probably the bottle, like the whole bottle.
The whole bottle. Yeah, you got to take it to
probably.
the face. You take it to the face. Pause.
Yeah.
Resto, you
are so sophisticated with your meals. I'm over here like, I want bring a taco. Can I? I'm like, can I sub out the 2 sides for just 2 more appetizers? Like
you can do whatever you can do whatever you want, bro. Whatever you want. Go ahead.
You said this when I saw this in production. I was like, I just want a pizza. I'll take a pepperoni pizza.
Ooh, yeah.
There you go. That's it.
Metro Pizza in New Bedford on Belleville. I'm giving them the plug. Y'all need to send me some free
Shout
food.
out.
I order too much. I think that I might no, because I'm like, I eat Spanish food all the time. Like that's what I had this problem where people are like, oh, we should go buy Spanish food. We should go to a Spanish restaurant. And I'm like, I'm not paying people to make food that my mom makes and force me to eat when I didn't want to eat it, dog. Like my wife cooks this. I'm not doing that. So I know some people would be like, oh, you should get some some burrito tacos. I'm thinking like, what would I have for a drink to start? See, you guys are all sophisticated. Yeah. And I'm like, Malibu and pineapple?
Yeah, that's it.
But that's what you like, bro. That's what you like.
Yeah, no, that's my drink.
If it's a Sprite from McDonald's, it's a Sprite from McDonald's. I mean,
that's what happened. My wife just brought me a Sprite from McDonald's. Like, she just walked into the room before the show started.
No way.
That's
amazing.
What she did.
See? It's something about fountain drinks, though, too. It's something about
I'm thinking there's McDonald's out there, too. That's all I've been thinking about the whole podcast. There's McDonald's waiting for me out there. I don't know if that's the best thing for me before a show. I don't know. I can't pick that many things. But, yeah, I think that a Malibu with pineapple. An appetizer, I'd have, like, bruschetta. Then I'd have a filet mignon medium from Freestones with, I did like the asparagus and the whipped mash, the whipped potatoes or the mashed potatoes. I thought fantastic. I would indulge into a sin and have a hit of a cigarette right after, and then drink like Armoretto would finish that off, and that would be my meal.
That's it, man.
That's
it,
good. You guys inspired me to be fancier because I was like, bro,
Yeah.
we getting a 40 piece from Taco Bell, bro.
That's it, bro.
We're gonna go out horribly.
You can do whatever you want because it's your last one. It don't matter.
No. You guys remind me that I am sophisticated in my duality as well, so I should probably do that a little bit. Malibu pineapple, and then I'll have like a Marlboro light right after to tuck it out.
Anna, we know that we're over. We know that we are over time for 5 minutes, so we thank you.
Send me the bill.
We thank you for your time. It was great to talk to you again. Shout out to our viewers, Melissa, Megan, Tony, all the rest of our viewers that came on. I want to do a quick shout out to you, Anna. So thank you again for coming. I want to shout out my wife and my kids. Thank you guys for allowing me to do these things. Shout out Resto. Shout out King C's, who's in the background. And actually, my nonprofit today, if you guys are around in Taunton, is doing a Hispanic Heritage Month at Los Jefes at 5 o'clock today. And we are having dancers, Hispanic dancers. We're having food, music. Shout that out. Resto has his ciphers today. Last cipher today. Resto, if you want to do some shout outs, that's cool.
Yeah, we got a show tonight at 4752 Fest at Paradise McPhee Studio. That's at William Street in Bedford. Shout out Ryan McPhee. He's a fantastic artist and he's lending us that space so that we can perform tonight. Yeah, me and Castro will be out there just demolishing that. I want to shout out my wife because that's who's watching the babies while this is happening. CJ and Resto does not happen if our counterparts don't work with us. So they're just as much part of the show as anybody else's. I want to shout out King C's because he's the reason we're here. Anna Horford, thank you for being our first guest.
Yeah, man. Thank you for Anna, do you have anyone? Do you have anything you would like to shout out right now?
I mean, no, not really. Just the Celtics. Go C's. I want to see everyone being positive this season. And let's have fun. These guys are gonna do great. They're gonna go super far. Hopefully get that title. So yeah.
Stop saying hopefully. Stop saying hopefully.
Definitely.
You're gonna get that chip, Banner 18. Thank you again, Anna. We appreciate you. Thank you for watching.
Thank you guys
everybody.
so much.
Thank you. Have a good peace.
What up, CJ?
What up, dog?
What up, dog?